Now let's see how we can add a Cisco switch to the EVE-NG. Like router, we need to search the EVE-NG Cisco switch, and from EVE-NG website we can find the steps. It's very simple. We need to get a binary file. It comes in different versions like layer 2 and layer 3 and layer 3 only. After that, we need to use a WinSCP program to copy the file in this directory and run the fixed permission command. And we also need to do another step to complete it, and it is creating IOURC license file. You can Google it and find a Python file to create a license for this image and then add it to this file. I will show you how we can do that and then bring the device up. From WinSCP, as mentioned, we need to go to OPT Unit Lab add-ons, IOL and bin, and copy the image which we have. For me, it's layer 2 switch to this directory. And now we can go to the PuTTY and run this command, fixed permission. It's finished, but we need to create a IOURC license file. To do that, we need to Google something like create IOURC license file. I found a website like this, and from here you can see a Python code. Copy it. Now let's bring the WinSCP up again, and we can go to another folder like root and maybe pan, which we have. Right click, new, and new file, and give it a name. As you can see, it can be anything but .py. Let's add the same name here. And then click OK. Now we need to go to the Python code, select it, copy it, paste it here in the .py file, and save it. Now we have the file here, .py, and we need to run Python to generate the license key. Now let's bring the PuTTY up. cd pan ls python 2 and then the file name. As you can see, the license is generated. What we need to do is written here. We need to go to this folder, create this file, and then add this license there. We can do that using WinSCP So we need to go to OPT, Unit Lab, Add-ons, IOL, and then bin, right-click, new file. File name is IOURC. As you can see here, create it, and then go to PuTTY screen, copy the generated license, paste it here, and save it. All good? Now we can go to EVNG page, right-click, node, and you can see Cisco IOL here. Select it and save. You can also change the icon to something like layer 2 switch or switch 2 or something like this, and then right-click and run it. All good. We have different devices now. To connect them together, we need to stop them first. Now consider we want to connect different networks to different devices. We have a Palo Alto firewall. First thing, we need to connect the management interface of the Palo Alto firewall to our LAN. Using that, we can be able to connect to the device using PuTTY and configure it, or using web UI. To do that, right-click, network, right-click on the page somewhere, and then network. Choose the management or Cloud 0. We can change the name to something like management. And then connect this management network to Palo Alto and choose the management interface and save it. Now consider you have different routers, but you have only one. To add more, you can right-click node and then find Cisco iOS. For example, we want to add 3 devices and then click Save. We will have 4 different devices here. And now we can be able to connect our routers to the Palo Alto firewalls. For example, this one is 0/0 to 1/3, for example, on Palo Alto. And you will see the interface names also here. But in many cases, we have a management interface, but we need to connect the Palo Alto to internet. Right-click on the page and then network. Add another management cloud, but we can name it like internet. And connect the internet to, for example, ETH1/1, which can be the on-trust interface or internet zone. And if we have another interface like for WAN, we can connect it to another port and Save it. As you saw, we have only 4 interfaces on Palo Alto. If we need more interfaces, you can edit it and then change the number to something like 6. Now we are able to add another interface or another router to the another port of the firewall. Here, if we need to connect the firewall to the switch, we can also do the same. And OK. We can also connect routers to each other. So we saw how we can install VMware workstation, then add EVE-NG to the VMware and set up different images like Palo Alto, Cisco switches, and Cisco routers to the EVE-NG. I hope you enjoyed this course and see you in the next video. Thank you.